Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. We're going to do some bloom coasters today, and I'm going to go for a black bloom using alcohol ink. I've got black pigmented alcohol ink and a little bit of this little piggy, Vinyasa, which is almost a color stick black with a little bit of blue-ish feel to it. I've mixed 8 ounces of resin. I used today regular Lett's resin, epoxy resin. This is made for molds, and it's got the little jellyfish on it. I did mix it for 5 minutes. I'm going to clear that, and then I'm going to hit start. So we're going to time it, and I'll show you the temperature when it's time as well. I've got some glass bits. They're a combination of silver gold glass bits and black glass bits, and I just mixed them together, and it's going to be a 2-layer process. We're going to do the bloom. Instead of filling it full and just doing the bloom, I want a background and I want something light so that you can really see that black. So that's why I'm going to do a 2-layer process. These are 5-inch octagon coasters. The molds are below my video. I got them from Amazon. They hold 4.5 to 5 ounces of resin. So I'm only going to put 2 ounces of resin in each one. Really, kind of the thinner your layer, I think the more successful your bloom is my honest opinion. It doesn't allow the pigment or whatever to drop, but I'm not putting pigment in it today. It's just going to be alcohol ink and mica powder. I got all my things ready, and I'll use my little infrared heat gun just at some point to check the temperature. I'm going to do it more on timing, kind of the feel of the resin, because when it's warming, that's when you know that you're getting into that little beautiful area of the bloom effect where you probably would be the most successful. Just a quick little tip: if you have sprayed alcohol on your resin, or if you put alcohol inks on top of your resin, do not let your flame hit the alcohol. It could cause a flame. I'm actually not going to put any alcohol ink on top of the resin at all this time. It's just going to be strictly the black piping of the alcohol ink and mica mixture. So I'll be back when everything is starting to feel warm and nice, and I'll be right back. It's been almost 27 minutes. Okay, so it's around 100 degrees or 37 degrees Celsius, but I use Fahrenheit. What I'm going to do is put about 1.5 ounces and make my black mixture, and I'm going to do 12 drops of alcohol ink, a little spoonful of the mica powder. The rest you can just watch. I'm going to put my mask on so I'm safe here. I've got my air purifier going in the background from Resiners, which I'm super psyched about. I just posted a quick video of the unboxing prior to this video. I also use the resin mixer, which I use, but then I also go back and finish making sure I get around all the edges of the cup and everything to make sure it's fully mixed. When I hold my cup, it is warm. Slightly warm. It's not quite there yet, but it's pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and just work from here, put my mask on, and let's get busy. Okay, it's 46 minutes. I'm going to turn my timer off. Come back in about 5 or 6 hours and we'll do a background layer. I can tell right now it's going to be pretty wispy. It's not going to be super solid. Not sure how the middle will turn out, if it's going to continue to move or if it'll stay more put. We'll see. I will be back. Okay, it's been about 5 or 6 hours and I'm excited about them. They look like they bloomed pretty softly and I'm hoping they'll look great. I've got about 2 to 2.5 ounces of space left in each coaster. So what I did was I mixed 10 ounces. So if I have 2.5 ounces left in each one, that's 10 ounces. And this time I'm going to use Fast Set, my go-to for backgrounds and top coats by Counterculture. Equal parts mixing and all that is the same for all resins that I use. You can reference video 1058. So I want it to be a pale color, and I'm going to use this little piggy, Unicorn. So it's got this pretty kind of golden blue shimmer. I have Zimzellen. That is kind of a purpley blue. So I'm going to put a spoonful of each one first. And this resin is ambered a little bit, which is okay because it's going to be colored. But I have to say, honestly, that these are my favorite colors as far as I love periwinkle, and this is like kind of to me, the perfect combination. So we're just going to see what the metallic looks like. We may have to add more just to give it some more sparkle, but that's looking pretty. But what I'm going to do is add a drop of white. Let's Resin Ocean White. So a healthy drop, and let's see what happens with that. I want it to be a pale shimmery blue is what I want. So that black will pop on top of it. Okay, so now it's really going cloudy, and this is not going to be as transparent, which is what I want. I don't want it to be transparent. So I just want to see, I think I'm going to add one more of the Unicorn. Be careful with micas because they do fly around. You start out slow so it doesn't go flying through the air. This resin is the one that has a 10 to 15 minute working time, and it cures in 2 hours tops so that you can touch it. I think I'm going to do one more drop. Maybe not as big as the last one. So that would be 2 drops. The thing with this Fast Set too is it feels warm within 5 to 10 minutes because it's going to set up within 15 minutes or so. It's going to get tacky. So you feel this warming very quickly. Therefore, it's not geared for making blooms with. It's just, to me, it's great for background layers that are going to be like a solid color or a top coat, which works perfectly. So I think I like that. It's kind of a gray color shift, periwinkle shimmer. So that'll work. So I'm going to just equally pour these out. So 10 worked perfectly. I always wipe my stick off to let it cure and be ready for the next time. And I put my cup upside down on my table and let the resin flow down out of the cup. I'm going to do the low temp heat tool around the edges. Spritz with alcohol. And we'll come back in a couple of hours to see. I'm excited about this one. Don't typically ever do black for the flower, for the bloom. So I'll be back. Okay, it's time to unveil. These are new molds and they're dull looking. I definitely have to top coat them. They're not blobby. they're probably a little more wispy than I want. My next set I'm going to use pigment, black pigment, and go that route. I probably should have just done like white or something that really made the black stand out, but they are pretty. Depending on how the light hits it, you can see that little kind of periwinkle shimmer. Can you see that? Yeah, so I'm gonna put a quick top coat on, same as I used on the background layer, the fast set. Mix it up like I do always, the same way. I'll be back. So I mixed 2 ounces of the fast set, and I put 1/2 ounce on each coaster. I didn't measure it out on the coasters, I just pour petals that are similar size. This is a 6-inch Lazy Susan. I'll show you how to do the first one. There's a silicone brush, and fast set has lots of bubbles, but you can pop them really easily. So that doesn't pop the bubbles, but it just makes it a little bit more pliable. This is a really thick consistency, the fast set is, and that's why I love it. What I do is I just pull it out to the edges. And so on a Lazy Susan, you can turn it, you know, with your thumb, but you don't have to hold the coaster. So you can just touch the edge of the Lazy Susan and it'll move. And I'm making a sweeping motion that's kind of like a C, and it's a light touch, and that takes it to the edge, but it does not fall over because it's a thin enough coat and a light enough touch to where it pretty much stays put. And this just helps me evenly distribute this to the edges without the overflow. So I never have to tape off the bottom of my coasters or put masking fluid or anything like that on it. Liquid mask. I have used that in the past, but with this you don't have to do that. So that quickly I've got it spread, and then I torch it. I'll do the next 3 and then come back and we'll finish torching them all. This has a working time of 10 to 15 minutes tops. If you start really playing with it even close to the 15 minutes, it's going to start tacking up and getting sticky on you. So you need to work as quickly as you can. It cures in 2 hours, so I'll be back then to show you the results outside. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Love you all.